Yeah, look where I'm at right now. I'm at a really cool spot. This is Walton, Kentucky. Look at this, look how nice out it is today. Somebody just mowed the grass over there. When I left the house this morning, it was 46 degrees. Now it's up in the 50s, so it's warmed up. It's supposed to get up to about 55 degrees. And we got a train coming from that direction right there. It's a southbound CSX train on the short line. And I heard them talk on 161.370. So I know they're just around that curve coming this way. They called out the signal bank lick. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm hearing some rumbling. Here we go.
Behave yourself.
There they are talking on the radio again. Telling somebody, behave yourself. Okay, they should be coming around the curve about now. Here we go. Hope it's a good one. Not sure what to expect on this. Getting loud. There it is. Wonder if they'll see me. Oh, cool, look at that. Coming up the grade, working hard. Looks like a boxcar in the middle of all these auto racks. Look at that. Oldie but a goodie. Oh, it has car parts in it. See another boxcar. Here's a bunch of raw railroad ties. Hey, check out these box cars.
CSX equipment defect detector 9.0.
Front of the train just now went past the defect detector. This is a long one. Wow, that was a long train. It's going to be about probably 8 minutes before the back of this train goes past the defect detector. That's a cool shot. I haven't got that one very many times. All right. Now, if I get lucky, I can get that defect detector. I have to make sure that I've got my camera going when that defect detector goes off, because I want to know how long that train was. I mean, actually, it's got, that was a long one. Definitely over a mile long, probably a mile and a half. And the Batmobile's way over there. There's a Gaines house, the oldest house in Walton, Kentucky. Norfolk Southern track is right over that way, just a few hundred feet. Let's go there and get a train. Should be something coming on that one pretty soon. Look at that house, that is cool. All right, let's see what happens next then.
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 89.0. No defects. No defects. Total axle 514. Train lane 8566. End of transmission.
All right, that CSX train was 8,556 feet long. That was a long one, over 500 axles. Ah, but wait, there's more, there always is. We got train number 196 northbound. Here we go. They're finally moving. They've been sitting for several hours. Oh, they see me, cool. Got a train horn salute. This train has a DPU in the middle. I saw this train sitting. I drove down past it and came back. Hard. Just heard the defect detector go off. No defects. There's a Batmobile. I got this place to myself. Nobody's been here today. Perfect weather. It's up in the 50s now. It was really cold when I left the house this morning. It's in the 40s. And Mrs. Tooth asked me if I had a coat or something to wear. And that's all I need, is jacket. I mean, when the sun's out and it's only in the 40s, you get a lot of heat on these black jackets. They really help a lot. Well, I know that there's another train headed this way northbound, and they went through Lexington about 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes ago, something like that. I saw them on the Berkshire camera, so I know it's coming this way, and I want to make sure I get that one. I'm not going to leave till I get that one. So thanks for watching, and we're going to see what else happens next. This bridge is 100 years old this year. Just think how many trains have gone over that. That's pretty amazing. The builder's plate is right there. I'll do a little zoom in on that so you can see a little better. There's the builder's plate. Here's a trail that comes out the tracks. You can park by the road and just walk to this little trail right here and come right to the edge of the tracks. The road is just like right behind me. But I noticed something. There's brand new railroad ties right there. Look at that. They There's 4 of them, never been used. They've probably sat there for years. New ties, never used, they're just kind of going to waste. They got shoved over, probably a dozer or something, doing some grading, and just shoved them over here. Now the weeds and stuff are growing over top of them, you can't see them. Railroad ties right there, 4 of them, never used. Here's a close-up look at this bridge. I went through all kinds of brush to get to this spot. Look at this. This is pretty cool looking. All the rivets and stuff. They don't make them like that anymore. 100 years old this year. Just think of all the trains that have been over this bridge. Steam locomotives and all kinds of stuff. And then down here you got the CSX track. CSX is old L&N, and this is an old Southern line right here, this bridge. It's now owned by Norfolk Southern. They bought this line a couple years ago from the city of Cincinnati. The dumbest decision Cincinnati ever made was selling this line. The smartest decision Norfolk Southern ever made was probably buying this line. At one time, before Norfolk Southern bought this line, Cincinnati was the longest city in the world. Over 300 miles from Cincinnati to Chattanooga. That's how long this line was. But the city no longer owns it. All right, just more trains. Got a lull in the trains right now. Well, the trains kind of dried up on me here today. Not sure what happened. It's been a while since one went through. I thought they're going to be really busy. Something people ask me about all the time are these rails on the middle of the track, right in the middle right there. Those are guard rails. See the 2 in the middle? Kind of looks like a narrow gauge track. Those are called guard rails, and the idea is if the car derails on this bridge, those rails will guide the wheels on the train so that the car doesn't go off of the main part of the track and create a big disaster. That's to keep the cars standing upright on the track. I don't know if they really work or not. I don't know if anyone's ever experienced a derailment where those things have helped. Leave a comment below if you have. So that's what they are. Guardrails, and they help keep the train from moving off of the center of the track and going over the bridge and making a big disaster. And then you've got these white posts that stick up. They're like 4 or 5 inch PVC pipe sticking up. You'll find these at all the bridges. These are just to warn you that there's something there, some kind of hazard, usually a bridge. There's nothing in that pipe, just a T-post. You can see that one. See down at the base? That's a T-post right there. So they just pound a T-post in the ground like you're building a fence, and you put this pipe over top of it. It's a marker. Let you know that there's a hazard. See that? You'll find that on all your bridges, 2 on each side. Now you know. All right, I changed locations. We got train number 143 coming right now. Look at this, going to come across this bridge. That bridge is 100 years old this year. Look at that. That's cool looking. Oh, they see me. That was cool. Got a little bit of a horn salute there. I'm standing over here in the weeds. I didn't know if they'd see me.
570 has permission. 211 says it's 22.1 to 27.7 on the main 2. CWO southbound direction. Not exceed top level.
218 to 118, make north.
218 to 118 p.m. making north.
There's a train stop.
Cincinnati dispatcher, answering over.
They're getting permission to go around and stop train.
Cincinnati dispatcher, answering T20 over.
This train's southbound. There's a northbound train stop.
You cleared. I got a short time train sitting at Broad with a train about to northbound Broad, so that he can come north. And last thing I need would be he was putting hours to get me to clear over.
Local trying to get permission to come out on the main. Local's about 10 miles north of me trying to get permission to come out on the main. There's a stop train just a few miles south of me. It's northbound. And it's been there for a couple hours. It might come back out on the main after this train goes past. This is a long one here. DPU, I see you. That's a good shot right there. I hope they get that northbound train running pretty soon. It's a long one. It's got 2 locomotives on the front and a locomotive in the middle. And it's at least 1.5 miles long. Alrighty, so I'm in downtown Walton, Kentucky right now. And about 5 nights or so ago, about 7 p.m., there was a police chase. It went from Xenia, Ohio to Walton. There was a guy who had taken his daughter from his spouse, I guess it was his wife, and he wasn't supposed to have her. He took off, and the police chased him all the way to here, where he wrecked into the building. He hit the side of the building right there.
4386 northbound.
We'll get a closer view of the building here. So this is where it happened. Just wanted to throw that in between the trains. Throw something kind of interesting in here. Hey, here's a closer look at where that car hit the building right here. There's still some glass. See all the glass and stuff? Right there. All kinds of glass. You can see on the side of the building where it kind of scratched it a little bit. Don't see any obvious damage to the building. Nice looking church there too. And facing north here on South Main. Boy, I bet that was a sight to see. There was cop cars all over the place. Just think of all the noise from that. They went through a whole bunch of different counties, so several different police agencies chasing the car. The child was not injured. The driver was slightly injured. I believe they took him to the hospital, but he was arrested, definitely. I couldn't talk much when I was over there with some people looking at me, so kind of felt a little bit out of place there. While I was there, I heard a train on my radio. I heard them say northbound. So I came over to the tracks. Let's see if we can get anything. Hasn't been anything through here in a while. It's been kind of dead the last few hours. All right, check this out. The train I heard on the radio was on the CSX track, not on Norfolk Southern. It is northbound though. That's why I only like to have one frequency in my radio. I had two frequencies in there. I heard the train say northbound, and I thought it was on Norfolk Southern, but it wasn't. This is the I-142. It's a short train.
Total axle niner 4. Train lane 2081. End of transmission. Pursue no defect.
Well, there you go. Been a while since the train came through. That's the longest day I went. Anyways, that's the 142, I-142 northbound. Only one locomotive on that one. They always have intermodal, and then they'll usually have some auto racks on the back. I have seen that train a couple times with only one intermodal and then auto racks on the back of it. I've also seen it with a bunch of hopper cars on the back. Sometimes they'll put hopper cars on the back. So I'm over here at the Veterans Memorial in downtown Walton. I was expecting a Norfolk Southern train. I got a CSX. Ain't that something? I had to run over there real quick. Almost missed that one. All right, thanks for watching. All right, here we go. Got Norfolk Southern train coming through right next to the memorial. This would be a great shot right here. Look at this. Morning salute again. Cool. Wow, look at those tires. Check that out. Gigantic tires on that flat car. That was pretty cool. Yeah, the engineer gave me a horn salute. He saw me up here at the Veterans Memorial. I'm standing right next to the Eagle of Courage. On the other track at the same time. I hate to mess up your count on the car, so I'm not sure what to do. I guess we'll get to the last part of the CSX train after this. All right, count up to those flat cars. Have a look. Right there. There you go. There's a flat car, so you didn't miscount. Got two trains going by right now. I'm in between them. Hey, check out that covered hopper. Oh, there's some good cars in this train. Can't miss this one. This is probably a better train right here. That was for the CSX train, of course. The CSX train was kind of short. This was a way better train right here. Oh, DPU, I see you. That was a long train. That was a good one. All right, well, CSX ran a train through here while I was over here for the Norfolk Southern. Huh, not sure what the odds of that are. But I'll show you where the CSX track is. It's right over that way. You can see the crossing gates right in front. That's where it's at. So, if you're in the middle, which way do you go? I think I picked the right train. Leave a comment below. Which train should I have filmed on that one? I think I got the right one. The CSX train was kind of a short one. Yeah, CSX had a short train over there. This one here was a lot more interesting. DPU and everything. Thanks for watching my videos. I'm headed home. If you got a chance, check out another video to help my gas. I noticed that the gas went up just a little bit. It's not bad. It also went down some. So it costs a little bit to do this. And every view that you do helps my channel. Helps pay for that gas. All right, we'll see you later. Hey, guess what? I am really blessed here today. So I was on the way home, and while I'm on the way home, a rail fan friend of mine called me and told me that the Cincinnati Eastern has a big train, a big heavy train headed westbound. And I got it timed out. I can catch them in Williamsburg. I'm gonna catch them on the hill in Williamsburg at Gay Street. They've got 3 locomotives and possibly up to 48 cars, somewhere in that area. He said he counted somewhere around 48, but he could be off by a few, so we'll see. Oh, this is gonna be a good one, I can't wait. Coming up the hill in Williamsburg. So I'm gonna take this exit over here. I just went past the new Perina plant. It's not open yet. Perina's not shipping by rail. They might be open by truck, but they're not shipping anything in by rail yet. All right, I'm taking this exit, and we're going to the hill. Here we go. But wait, there's more. There always is. Yeah, I made it to Williamsburg before the train, so the train's gonna be coming up the hill that way. Can't wait to see this. 3 locomotives and a whole bunch of cars. They will be working hard. And here's the rail. Now that the sun's out, look at this. You can see it really good. 132 pounds per yard. Rolled by USS Illinois. Rolled in 1979. Count the dashes. It looks like 8, so that's August. Rolled in August of 1979. 132 pounds per yard. Here's the tie plate. 1947 on the tie plate. So we got some historic stuff here. 1947 there, 47, 48 on that one. Here's an old looking plate. Let's see, what's the date on that? I can't tell. It's right there. 1927 maybe? That's what I'm seeing. I'm going with 1927. We're right here at the crossing. Train should be here in about 10 minutes. So here we go. All right, lights are on. Here we go. Coming up the hill. Let's listen for them notching up. Oh yeah, look at there. Got the blue engine leading. Got green one right behind it. Got a grain train here, look at this. Wow, this is a good one. Something different this time. Got away from the engineer too, that's pretty cool. All these covered hopper cars. Now we got some rock cars. Here comes the rock. These cars are heavy. Check out those springs. Yeah, these are some heavy cars. flag on the back. See if I can get over here. No traffic, so I got lucky. They're crossing Main Street right now. I can hear them blowing for Tollgate Road. About a mile away. Well, they made the hill easy. 3 locomotives on there. Yeah, those SD40-2s, those are strong locomotives. And then you got that little black switcher engine. It's 1500 horsepower itself, so it's pretty strong too. I think the SD40 is about 3000 horsepower. I'll have to check my notes again just to confirm that. Well, there you go. That was a good one. That's got it all shined up. Alrighty, well, the plan worked out. That was pretty good. Just coming back from Kentucky, filming trains over there. Got some CSX, Norfolk Southern, and I got an unplanned train here on the Cincinnati Eastern. Thanks for watching. Check out another video if you have time. Every view helps the channel. All right, see you later. Got the live action pets coming up in the slideshow. Boy, look at him go. I just got home and he's really happy to see me. So he's playing with that ball. Look at that. April the 20th, 2026. It's about 7:30 in the evening. Look at him go. Wow. That is one heck of a dog. Look at the energy. Man, I wish I had that kind of energy. Look at that. Oh, he's gonna get stuck in the weeds over there. Tomorrow I gotta mow the grass. Chessie's right over here. There she is. What are you doing, Chessie? Time for me to get the mail. Mailbox is wide open, so there must be something in there. They never do shut it. I need to get a new mailbox. I think that's part of the problem with it. It's kind of hard to shut, so they just kind of leave it. When I get my train magazines, a lot of times they get wet and I have to call them and get another one mailed. That's happened several times. He's looking for a squirrel. He knows there's been one up on the front porch. Yep, he's looking for a squirrel. That's a good dog. All right, here's part of my property on a dreary Sunday evening. It's kind of cold out too. It's about 55 or so. I got, let's see, 39 acres here. Looks like stalls are doing something. Nobody's here, but looks like they were doing some planting. out here.